In the first place, I was going to Form 1 when I lost my dad. 1978, I was going to Form 1. Secondary school, I lost my dad. Thereafter, my uncle says I should go and learn mechanic and driver. But my grandma said no, because I'm the first grandson. And she said no. She brought money out and sent me to secondary school. And by God's grace, after my secondary education, the Lord has been with me. And I continue to strive for educational pursuits, which made me to attend. Went back to higher institution, Kano State Institute for Higher Education, School of Management Studies, where I obtained my national diploma in accounting. Having come from a very poor background, a young boy without a dad, and the Lord saw me through my endeavors. And I felt that what I should do, I made a covenant with my God, that whatever I will be in this world is to render services to less privileged people, especially the orphans, the widows, and so on and so forth. And remember, I ventured into politics in order to render services to humanity, because I do know from biblical injunctions, all that we have here is vanity. And what can we be remembered for? It is the legacy to lay behind. That's what you can be remembered for. What will my community remember me for? What will people remember me for? Is to touch the life of people positively. And that is why I embark on various humanitarian services. And I thank God that all, even including the primary school I attended, I've been able to build 3 classroom block of classroom, and furnish it, as you can see. That is the beginning. Before all other projects embarked upon, is to render services, to bring smiles to the less privileged people, that there is hope. For the fact that you don't have nobody, but you have your God, that the blessings of the Lord can come to you anytime, any day. What do we have that is not given to us by God? And what will I use my wealth for? It's for the people. It's to emancipate my people. It's to bring succor to my people. It's to bring happiness to my people.
My name is Mr. Idanko Makulumi. This Sylvanus Itodo. I'm his cousin. In fact, this is my 5th year of living in this environment, and I want to so much appreciate God for his life, for what God is using him to do for his people. In fact, he is so wonderful. He's a man that he has the fear of God, and he has feeling for the poor people. Somebody that doesn't want to see the poor people suffering. In fact, it's only God that will bless him for what he has been doing for the poor people in his community, especially the less privileged. And we pray that God should reward him bountifully, and more also, God should give him the strength so that he can do more. And I want to use this avenue to tell some of the prominent men we have in Idoma land that don't bother, they don't care for the less privileged, the poor people. At least they should try as much as they can in order to help the poor people. You know, they should try to emulate our uncle Sylvanus Itodo. They should try to emulate him, because I strongly believe that by so doing, God will also continue to bless and elevate them. Thank you so much.
Before Idoma, I was crowned, honored by my people from the largest clan in Ogbadibo called Aoji family. I was given the title called Akanaba, Kaoji. That is the pillar of Aoji in Otukpa. I was honored alongside with Audogbe, AIG Ochonu, Apochi in 2003. Thereafter, of all that I've done in my community, in my constituency, I never knew that one day, same day, to be recognized by the government. Surprisingly, I was called to Abuja to fill a form, and that they have gone to find out, and that was during President Yaradua time. And they went around and saw all the projects I carried out in the community, in the constituency, and everywhere. And they came up to give me the Mr. President, and I was recommended for national honor, and they gave me MON, the member of the Order of Niger. Haven't done that. Later again, the Ochidoma, the Agabaidu, Kidoma, found it worthy enough that I'm a worthy son of the land. And he accorded me the Ujua Kidoma, meaning the man that is enough for Idoma people. Because I am saying that for the first time among the 22 districts in Idoma nation, it's only Otukpa that I built Ochotukpa Palace. Ochotukpa single-handedly built by me. And he has never seen that since the throne, even before his throne. So if I can do that, what else? And I became the member of Idoma Traditional Council and Advisory Notes. And that's how it has been. Because we are agents of development, we are agents of peace. We are to ensure that peace and stability are restored in my community, in my constituency. And that's how I was given the national honor, the Ujua Kidoma and Akanaba, one of Aoji, Tukpa, Ogbadibo local government of Benue State. My message is that let us retrace back our roots. What will your community remember you for? You have occupied various positions in the government. You have been in the helms of affairs. What will the people remember you for? Let's go back to the basis. Let's retrace back our steps. You are a wealthy man, the Lord has blessed you. What have you done in your community? Is it to use your money to deprive people fighting for self-actualization of self-fulfillment? Remember that whatever position you are is given to you by God. And you must use it for the betterment of the people. So my message is that let us go back to our roots and give back to the society. Because, for example, where I come from, we are talking of only one bank and a service center. But we have captains, those who have how many ministers came from where I am? How many deputy governors came from where I am? How many generals of generals come from where I am? Utukpa. How many banks do we have today? Only one service center, First Bank. Cash center. No. These are the things we do that we should be able to emancipate our people. Whatever position you are or you have today, it's a matter of time. And that is why I felt that Idoma people, the politicians, whoever, whatever, wherever you find yourself, let's go back to our home. Some people, they don't come home because they don't even have their family house. They sleep in a hotel when they come to their village or their community. So we should go back home. Look at where we come from in Zone C, especially Otukbo. That is why we have Senate President, Deputy Governors, and all captains of industries in positions. What do we have? And that is why I advise every illustrious sons of Idoma, let's go back to drawing board. Let's give back to the society. The Lord has blessed us. And no, we should not expect Mr. President to come to Idoma nations or Tukpa or anywhere to come and develop it. It is our son. They have given them various positions. What do they give back to the society? Lies. Deceiving our people. How can you lie to your community, to your people? In the government of Buhari, we are favored. In the government of Babangida, we are favored. There is no government, successive government in this country that Idoma people, the Zone C people are not favored. But then, go back to our headquarters, which is Utukpo. It's an eyesore. Go back to our various communities where we have Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Communication, generals upon generals and all of that. Nothing to show for it. So, but however, the young generations should learn how to give back to society. Not during electioneering campaign that they will come and sharing machine and all others and so on and so forth. We are talking of real infrastructure, real community development. What about the medicals? What of the school you graduated from? What of the markets? We're not talking of individual self-aggrandizement. We're talking of what you can do for your people that they can remember you. What are the legacy? Great position that Idoma has never had. Head of service? You have had it. How many people are there?
Leu church logbolo agbaha anu the main building ahia no eneke wo lo fada lokegbo ipa eneke wo lo catechism lokegbo anoko towo chola nya koke ma bo koke yafie nepo anoko gbokolo wo choko he ori ponu koke yafie ene loke ya bo adu iye kunke wo ali oluje o ikagbaha.
Yeah, as you can see, this is one of the blocks donated by Mr. Honorable Sylvanus Itodo for the NYC member serving under Ogbadibo local government. So from year to year, this man has built this house to make sure that all the youth service corps serving in Ogbadibo local government have a comfortable accommodation. He donated it free of charge. So let me take you around as you see more good that this man has been doing in his local government. Thank you. Yeah, this is another block donated by Idoma, Honorable Sylvanus Itodo, to the NYC member under Ogbadibo local government.
Pastor Okwe Andrew Alengi. I'm from Agbaha here in Ogbadibo local government. Chief Mohammed Itodo is a doctor and an associate professor He's a nice man. I know him when we are in primary school together. I know him, and since then he has been helping his people in Agbaha here. Even not only Agbaha, the entire Ogbadibo and Idoma entirely. He has been trying. So my prayer to him is that God to keep him, let him know, let him get the reward from God Almighty, not to do it in vain. So myself that I'm talking to, I'm a pastor, I'm still praying for him so that he continue as he's helping people, let other people germinate like as himself.
And to Sylvanus Sylvanus Itodo, Ugula no Mapunu, and Daniel Ochu, Lagbahalam Lolo, and a Mapun Dulu Bamlo, Yanya Pole, a Gadenoa, Ugula Cholunu Bem, Wiki Proga or Checlanu, Lolohi, and of Daniel Ochu, Dano and Nenu, and not to better for like Loloi. Bem Colaloya or Chumatala Polo, Otabatoli Lolo. I'm Loco Kelaho, Okay Gulam Bandu, John, Adama, Ako.
God bless him. And also, people should learn from me that it is more blessing to give than to receive. And that I want to be remembered. I want my community, my constituency to remember me for whom I am. Because I do know whatever we have here is vanity. And therefore, what I would do is to ensure that I create legacy for my people and beyond. In Benue, in Nigeria, and all over the world. That I am coming from no background. Nobody. No helping hand from nobody except God. At the time to search for a greener pastures, I became a Muslim. I practiced Muslim for more than 15 years. And I was known, and that is why you see Muhammad can never be erased from my certificates today. I embraced Islam. Just to get the greener pastures. And after attaining that height, I said, oh, I'm a Catholic. Let me trace back my root. And that is why I came, and I believe that whatever position we ask today, will not go with anything. And that is why I felt that it is good, whatever I earn, to give back to the society. And that's what I'm doing.
You marry your church, I call family. Magbaha. So you go back to you know, check me for my Sylvanus, or Idoma, or Yako. So I know Bokolo, you go to long life, go to Hurricolo, Chaba, okay, I go bunyo. Because you can Agbaha little, like ya, or you go full okay, ya do Lagbaha. Or Chocolo Henu to Rico, Lanolo, Agbaha.
As you can see, Honorable Sylvanus Itodo, Idoma, has built for several people in his community and the local government at large. As you can see as well, this hall, which is still under construction, was donated by Honorable Sylvanus Itodo to the people of the local government, inside the local government secretariat as well. Thank you so much, and still keep a date with us.
Dr. Sylvanus Mohammed Itodo was born in Agba Otukpa, attended St. Stephen Primary School, now LGA Primary School, Agba Otukpa. Then went and attended Humanitarian Secondary School, Makurdi. Later to Kano State Institute for Higher Education, where I obtained my national diploma. I went further to attend Federal Polytechnic, Nasarawa. Attended Ogun State University, Agoiwe, for my MBA. Then later attended University of Abuja, for my MSc and PhD degree in public administration and public policy analysis. After that, I worked in a private capacity. And before then, I had my NYSC with Nigeria Post Authority. After my NYSC, then I moved to private company known as Idoma group of companies. I worked briefly as an auditor with NEPA, then ventured into private business. In 1999, I ventured into politics to join the politics, PDP. I contested House of Reps, Okwaku Ogbaribu, Ado, Federal Constituency, won my elections clearly during the primary and was truncated by the powerful forces in the party. I became the campaign manager in Ogbadibo PDP chapter to deliver all the candidates that contested for the Senate, the House of Assembly, for House of Reps, and gubernatorial and presidential elections. In 2003, I offered myself again and contested same position, and this time again truncated by those powerful forces. In 2007, I contested. The same powerful forces truncated my election. I still remain in the party, never bought, but I rather work for the party, for the success of the party, elections, victory, throughout. Then later, I went back to school to complete my PhD in public administrations and public policy analysis. After the completion of my studies, I went back to private business. I set up Celium Properties Limited, Celium Nigeria Limited, another group of companies, and Siva Educational Foundation. That I was doing it in my private capacity. Till 2011, I was called upon to be an advisor to the governor of Benue State on interparty and civil society. Why doing that? Still a lecturer, a senior lecturer at Nasarawa State University in the Department of Public Administration. That's where I remain up to this moment.